Welcome back to today's Bonanza Big Breakfast, ladies and gentlemen. Why, that's page 3 girl, Joe Hicks. When you leave a job, it's not usually just a case of packing your bags and walking out. There are certain procedures and conventions to be followed. Luckily today, Den and I are getting some expert guidance about the proper etiquette. In the last ever Mend Your Manners.
Mind your manners.
Here to advise us is our own Queen of Etiquette. She knows I'm going to do it on her last time. She is Drusilla! Good morning, Drusilla Bayfus. Good morning. OK, here to advise us, Drusilla Bayfus, as ever. Let's have a look at our first situation, and then we may discuss it, Drusilla. Here it is. OK, it's a very good question, this one, Drusilla. Is it appropriate to use one's leaving speech to settle one's long-standing disputes that one might have?
Absolutely. Well, one is often tempted to do so, but my view is that it tends to create a rather unpleasant atmosphere. It certainly makes life spicier if you do, but it's probably too late. You're never quite sure whether or not the break's going to be total. So I think the safest rule
You're
is...
never sure the break's going to be total.
No, you never know. You never know. We're thinking in practical terms, aren't we?
OK. So you think leave out business, keep it friendly?
No, I think it's possible to settle old scores if you're really clever, and you can do it in terms of irony and humour. But as a general rule, I say no.
OK. OK, thank you. So you're saying no. What do we think here? I'm going to get a second opinion. You try having a wedding without him. Christopher Biggins.
I'm afraid I have to agree.
Well, that for me is emphatic. That's done. That is law. That's the 11th commandment. Biggins and Drusilla. So no. OK, let's have a look at situation number 2. Here we go. Hey. At one's leaving party, would it be acceptable to make a pass at someone you've always secretly had a bit of a fancy for? What do you think?
I think you've left it all, or the person's left it all a bit too late. Because if they were going to respond in a favourable way, then they would have if you'd given the buzz on the mobile afterwards. And if they didn't...
Give them a
when
buzz?
you're wasting... Why
What's he talking about? OK, so you...
Wait! Let me finish.
Go on.
Let me finish. And if they didn't, then you're going to be wasting your time.
OK.
And I think, as we've agreed, this is rather a serious item, not an opportunity for you to show off.
OK, thank you very much. What I love is you've done me up. You see how she's done me up?
Easy, Drusilla, it's his last day.
No, that's good, though. Drusilla's the only one that does me up.
He knows I'm a great admirer.
I know. We're both, I think, mutual admiration there, isn't it? OK, so Drusilla, it's incorrect to make it pass at someone I've always secretly fancied.
It's too late. Later is the word.
OK, if it was going to happen, you should have done it already. Don't wait for that last
or
minute.
later, as I said.
OK, or later.
But hang on, what if you're both feeling really horny?
Yeah. What if, say,
well,
the end of the show...
about goodbyes, I think that they do rather suppress that particular quality that you mentioned.
Okay.
I think the emotion comes out in other ways.
It's hard. It's easier to pull at a wedding than a funeral, isn't it? I
can't deny that.
In my opinion, funerals I always find an appalling place to try and hook a chick.
There's a lot of stiff
did you know the deceased well? OK.
Honestly,
I don't know how that cropped up, actually.
now we've got gallows humour, which we've never had before.
Which is good, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that all right?
Can be, yes.
OK, so you're saying it's
in the
not
right
acceptable.
place.
Biggins, second opinion on this, Duke?
I have to disagree here.
I bet you would.
I think if you've got it in you, you've got to go for it. I'm sorry.
Absolutely right.
Thank you.
Oh, brilliant. So you're saying go for it at any time, any
Absolutely.
place?
Funerals anywhere.
Okay, funerals anywhere.
Maybe a bit of a dead end, but you've got to
Right.
go for it. I
Births,
think.
marriages, deaths.
Yeah, anything.
All three.
Yeah, just
are
go
pulling
for it. If
occasions
you've got it
for
there,
Biggins.
go for it.
Okay, thank you very much, Christian
Yeah.
Biggins. But I'm still going to go with Drusilla. Actually, no. Slight criticism. What do we think? All those who think. Wait a second. Wait a second. I haven't given you the choices yet, have I? All those who think it's acceptable to pull and go for it on the last. Page 3, girls. What do you think? Do you think it's acceptable?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Dressing room 5. Okay, I think
No, that's now Simon Fielders.
that's now Simon Fielders. Dressing room 5. Oh, I haven't got it. Yeah. And I'll join you. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see our last situation. Here we go. Okay, after one has left a company, is it acceptable to avoid queries regarding future work?
Well, my view is that when you've gone, you've gone. And, it could go on forever. If you remain connected to the company, you take telephone calls, you're involved in faxes, emails, I think it's quite legitimate, really, to call it a day. But I think if you...
Sorry, my producer's just gone here. Something he's never done before.
I think if you leave, you leave. But I think if you've got any kind of conscience at all, I think you make absolutely sure when you do leave that there's somebody there that's going to, take over your responsibilities.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Drusilla Bayfors. I'm going to carry that one straight away, so I can't work out if it's a yes or no, really. I've left the company, it's acceptable. Yes,
It's
it is.
yes.
Yes, it is acceptable. I didn't know which way it was framed.
Right.
Okay, do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? She's delighted us on the odd morning she's been down here. She's a one-woman walking etiquette machine. She puts me down regularly, and I sort of love it. in actually quite a twisted way. But she is Drusilla Bayfors, ladies and gentlemen. Drusilla, finally. Is it acceptable? Drusilla, is it acceptable to give someone a kiss at the end of an item if it's the last show?
This absolutely proves my general assumption there are exceptions to all rules.
Oh, Drusilla Bayfors, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Drusilla, I want you to go and muddle in with the page 3 girls. And I want you to flaunt yourself. And there you go.